morning, Year 5s. Welcome back to your maths, your last maths online learning today. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you back tomorrow. So we're going to carry on with just revising links so we can all make sure that we are really 100% ready. I've mixed all the ones that we've been learning about last week into one today, just so that we can move on then tomorrow and we don't have to waste time. So we're going to first do our starters. So if you can pause the video now, there are 5 questions for you to complete. Just remember number 5 means 4/5 plus 1/5. Have a go at answering those questions. Good luck. Super, let's have a look. They should be quite simple and easy. Most of them you should be able to do in your head. Shouldn't have to do any working out for these questions. I have designed it in that way so that you're not using tons of paper at home. So let's have a look. The first one, 1,800 because 3 times 6 is 18, and we add the 2 zeros. Then 107. Then the factors of 5 are only 1 and 5, so it is a prime number because prime numbers only have 2 factors, 1 and itself. And the 3D shape that has 6 rectangular faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges is going to be a rectangular prism or a cuboid. And the last one is 1, because remember 5/5 is equal to 1. All right, if you wrote 5/5, you're not 100% wrong. It just means we would like you now to start thinking a little bit more mathematically. All right, you wouldn't say I ate 5/5 of a pizza. You would say I ate a whole pizza, 1 pizza. So do try and be starting to think a little bit more mathematically. Right, can you remember how many millimeters are in 1 centimeter, how many centimeters are in a meter, and how many meters are in a kilometer? So if you'd like on your piece of paper, just write down those 3 measurements. All right, so we have 10 millimeters in a centimeter, we have 100 centimeters in a meter, and we have 1,000 meters in a kilometer. All right, so hopefully you have remembered those facts. Those are things you're just going to have to learn, and there's nothing that I can really help you with there, but you just need to know. I have mentioned the fact that with the centimeters and millimeters, you can use your ruler. With your meters to centimeters, you can think about the arm length that you put out, and the kilometers is obviously the longest distance, so it'd be the biggest number. That's how I remember it. Right, I would like you now just to draw those diagrams, and I'm going to do the first one with you and then see if you can remember how to do the other 2. Those diagrams we learned about last week so that we can really remember which direction we're moving in when we're having to convert. So I've done the first one for you. I've done meters to centimeters, okay? So I've put out my measurements there, which is 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. And I've done my little arrows there showing my timesing and dividing by 100. Can you now do the other 2 for me on your piece of paper? Let's see if you can remember how to do it. So pause the video now and have a go. All right, let's see. We have 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So we put our arrows there and we're putting our times and divide by 10. Hopefully you got that one correct. It doesn't matter if yours says 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter and your arrows are pointing different ways, as long as when you go from the 1 to the 10, you are timesing by 10. And if you're going from the 10 to the 1, you are dividing by 10. Okay, it's still going to be the same thing. It just makes sure that you're going in the right direction. And the other one is 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. And I've got my times by 1,000 and my divide by 1,000. And again, what I mean by you might have it the other way is you might say you've got 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer, which is absolutely fine. There's no difference here. Okay, and when you put your arrows in now, when you're going to 1,000 to 1, you are dividing by 1,000. And when you're going from 1 to 1,000, you'd be timesing by 1,000. So don't really stress about the fact that you might have done meters to kilometers, okay? It's exactly the same, all right? Even though your arrows here is going from kilometers to meters, you're timesing by 1,000, then you would have dividing by 1,000. So it's almost like you've done the inverse, okay? So it still means exactly the same. You will still get the exact same answer, but you do have to make sure that you're going what number you're going from and what number you're going to. That is the arrow that you're showing the direction. And then are you timesing or dividing? Right, so I would like you just to have a go at, there are 8, I think I put, yes, 8 questions, just to make sure that you are ready for your team's challenges. So there are millimeters to centimeters, centimeters to meters, and kilometers to meters, all a bit of practice for you. Number 6 means 1.5, okay, just so that you are aware there. So pause the video now and see if you can do those conversions for me. Super. Okay, let's go through the answers. Just remember that if you do get stuck, you're welcome to go and watch the videos from last week and also use those these diagrams that we just did prior to these ones here. They are really, really going to help you to get the answer, okay? So let's have a look at your answers. So I'm going to take that away. Take those away. And you can then see which ones are the answers, all right? And as I say, if you do get stuck, look at those little diagrams. Remember, you always go, what am I doing? I'm going from meters to centimeters. So if I'm going from meters to centimeters, I'm going to be timesing by 100. And if I times that number by 100, I'm shifting it to the left twice. And therefore, I'm going to get 650 centimeters. Okay, use those diagrams that we looked at previously. So hopefully you did really well with those. You're now going to log on to Teams, and there are 20 questions for you. The first 10 are just fluency, so they're questions like these, to see how many you can answer. And then the last 10 are a little bit more reasoning. So I would like you all to try the questions today. But for those children who normally do the one chili exercises, you can just make sure that you're really trying hard with the first 10 questions. Don't worry or stress yourself too much about the reasoning questions. Just try your best with the first 10. That's just fluency. That's the kind of questions we've been doing together here. And then give the reasoning a go. I'd like everybody to give the reasoning a go and see how you do. And we'll go through those answers tomorrow. So I hope you have a wonderful day of learning, and I will see you tomorrow back at school. Take care, guys. Bye.